Why do some police officers get uneasy when they're filmed, and why aren't they fans of having their cars recorded? Let's dive into situations where police weren't too happy with citizens and their cameras. We'll see how people stood their ground and shone a light on officers stepping out of line. Let's get straight into the video. There was this guy walking down the sidewalk when he stumbled upon a parked police car next to him. He figured he'd exercise his rights and decided to take a few pictures of the inside of the car. As he was filming, a cop saw him and immediately started saying he shouldn't be filming inside the police car just because he said so. This really says a lot about the cop. He seemed to think that having a badge gave him the power to order people around, forgetting he was actually a public servant. When the guy asked the cop for his name and badge number, the cop said he was a supervisor. Now, a supervisor should definitely know their policy requires them to share their name and badge number when asked. But this guy, wanting to stand up for his rights, just kept filming the police car. That's when the supervisor decided to call in more cops for backup. They arrived super fast and started saying the guy couldn't film because it was supposedly private property, which wasn't true. Then they tried to say it was because the car had computers with private data on them. I mean, sure, but it's their job to protect private information, right? Instead of making a scene and humiliating themselves, these cops should have just gone back to work.
What are you doing?
You don't know who?
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of the car? You can't do that, okay?
Says who?
Says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay, you
get lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
Watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are
I'm
you?
a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor,
Yeah?
okay? Yeah.
And
you can't be here.
you can
that.
get lost.
It doesn't work that way, my friend.
How does that work?
Hey.
What? You gonna get in my face like this?
Go find something
You
else
think
to
you're
do.
gonna intimidate me?
I'm not intimidating you, man.
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You come over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you. Cause
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
That doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work? Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant,
No.
other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on the public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and the tough guy shows up here and tells me I can't take pictures.
Taking pictures of the inside of the car is
You too? You want to get on my case too about taking pictures?
I'll be at it.
Watson?
Dude.
And you?
Dude.
Edwards?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. What are you doing taking pictures of
And what am I doing taking pictures? What's the problem taking pictures?
of the inside of the vehicles from the computer?
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property.
That's private property? Come here.
You can't.
Come here,
You
Sergeant.
can't take a picture.
Come here, Sergeant. Come here.
Come here, not good.
What it says over here?
The outside if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say? You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
Here's another story where cops really didn't like being on camera. This time, a man started filming a cop, and the cop got so spooked that he actually called in a helicopter for backup. Yep, you heard that right, a helicopter. If you ever wondered where all your tax money is going, well, there's a clue for you. This cop was essentially spending a bunch of tax money to call in a helicopter just because he was feeling a little bit uneasy about being filmed. When you think about it, it's kind of odd because the cop is the one with the weapon, so what's there to be scared of, right? But it gets even more ridiculous. This cop went on to say that the man had no right to film him or even the building behind him.
I'm gonna call my lawyer right now. I'm calling my lawyer, bro. I'm not gonna have you try to violate my rights. It's going live.
Do not go in your pockets grabbing stuff.
Dude, I'm not, there's nothing I'm doing. I have no ill will or contempt. I'm with a camera filming, so don't try to act like you're threatening.
The camera over the wall.
No, you're trying to violate my rights right now.
I'm not trying to violate.
You're trying to violate my rights, bro.
Got the helicopter above you. You see the helicopter up
For
there?
no reason, because I'm walking around with a camera filming for facilities.
You got dispatch kind of freaked out right now.
Okay, their fear does not trump my rights. Do you know what the First Amendment is?
I completely understand, okay? You're not videotaping public ground. You're reaching over the wall, videotaping. We got that
So
on
guys,
the
we got this guy saying that anything right here, I can't film right here. So we're on a Metro Police Department's live feed right now. You see, we're in the Metro Police Department.
I get what you're doing.
And this guy right here saying that I cannot film. They've now dispatched.
Just to set things straight, any person can take photos or record whatever they see in public places. The First Amendment even backs them up on this. But this cop acted like he was on the most important mission of his life, treating the man as if he were some top-level criminal. When the man decided to call his lawyer, the cop lost it again. He told the man to not even think about touching his pockets or getting anywhere near them. The man was pretty confused about why the cop was acting all high and mighty, so he just kept doing his thing. But you know, there's nothing more troublesome than a cop who feels slighted. This cop decided to take things into his own hands and detain the man just because he didn't follow some orders that didn't even make sense.
Sell the helicopter.
You can videotape everything
Oh,
out
I
here.
already am.
You
It
can
doesn't matter.
videotape me.
It
All
doesn't
right?
matter. I'm videoing everything I want.
Come up to
I'm
the
allowed
car.
to. I'm not going to go up to your car for what?
Well, you said you were coming up to the car.
Yeah, but I'm not going to let you pat me down for no. There's no crime.
I get
You're
you.
not gonna. You're not going to pat me down, bro.
Right? Okay.
You're not going to pat me down for no
All right,
reason.
but I am going to have you step up to the car.
No, you're not,
Especially
bro.
when you reaching in your
You're
phone.
not going to. I'm not going to reach in my pockets. Have I done anything?
Grabbing your phone.
You had to go live because you're trying to
understand it's a
violate my
safety
First
concern.
Amendment right now.
All right.
You're
just,
violating my First Amendment right.
Just hang tight.
No, I'm not going to hang tight. You said I'm detained. That's an
You are
illegal
being detained.
detainment
Yeah,
for
you
no
cannot reach
reason.
over private walk.
I haven't
Videotaping
reached over
in the
nothing.
car.
Show me a camera where I
You
reached
can
over
videotape
something.
anything from here.
I
Have a
am.
camera
That's where
right
I'm
now
at.
watching it, news
That's
and
where I'm
dispatch,
at.
Okay?
That's where I'm
Here's what's
at.
gonna happen.
Don't
I'm
come
gonna have
behind
the
me,
man
man.
stand in front of the car.
Don't come
I'm gonna
behind
have
me.
you stand in front
Okay,
of the
but
car.
don't come behind me.
Stand in front of the car.
Don't come behind me.
This time, we're diving into the whole cops versus camera saga once again, but the spotlight is now on a journalist. He rolled up to the police station to snap a few pics for his story. Right away, a cop comes over and asks him for his ID. Obviously, the journalist knows his rights and that cops don't have the power to demand ID unless you're breaking the law. So he didn't hand it over and just kept on filming. Guess how long it took for a cop to lose his cool after getting turned down? If you guessed 5 seconds, you're spot on. The cop tried to block the camera with his body to stop the journalist from capturing anything behind him. Even though the cop thought he was doing the right thing, he was actually messing with the journalist's constitutional rights, which could have landed him in big trouble, possibly even losing his qualified immunity. Then the cop decided to tell the journalist to stop filming. At that point, another cop showed up, backing up the first by claiming the journalist had no right to even record in their security area. The journalist decided to stir the pot a bit by saying he wasn't even interested in their base, but in the beautiful flowers behind it.
No, I'm good.
Can I ask what the purpose of your visit is?
Just taking pictures.
Just for your own personal use?
Yeah, B-roll for a story I'm doing.
Okay. So you see this is a government facility.
Yeah,
Can I
yes.
see your identification, please?
Oh, no, I'm good. Very, very beautiful flag display over there.
Videotaping the main gate. 27, get our Olympic County here, please. So, sir, I'm going to ask you to stop.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm good.
I'm going to ask you to stop.
Oh, request denied. Oh man, the green screens.
Again, this is a government facility.
Well, yeah, an American government facility.
Right. Do you have a purpose for filming this facility?
Right now, it's my own personal use.
Okay.
I will be formulating a story. I don't know if it's going to be a worthwhile story or not. Herbert R. Temple. Huh.
That's not one of provided. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Sergeant? I'm sorry, I don't know ranks with.
So what's going on?
Huh? I'm just taking pictures. He doesn't seem to like it.
This is a military installation. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, I can't do it from on post or on. What do you call it?
Pictures
Concern
of our
post.
security.
Pardon?
You're taking pictures of our security.
Well, that's okay. And really, the security's not the target. So it's a beautiful flower bed.
But that was just the start. New cops kept showing up, each one a bit more unfriendly than the last. One of them tried to come off as the nice guy, asking the journalist if he needed any help, but quickly he got to the main point. He pointed out a sign that marked beyond the gate as a no-go zone for non-employees, where taking photos and filming was prohibited. That was totally fair. The only hitch was the journalist hadn't crossed into this off-limits area. He was chilling on the sidewalk the whole time, where he's allowed to be for as long as he pleases. When it dawned on the cop that the journalist knew both his press and civil rights, he switched tactics, claiming the sign meant no one could even point a camera towards the police station. But seriously, where's the law that says that? Yet another cop shows up then, asking him the same thing as all the others if he needed help. Honestly, the best help they could offer the journalist at this point would be to simply let him do his thing without any more interruptions.
Do you have another pair of glasses other than the ones that are recording right now?
No, just the ones that are recording right now. You're very observant, Sergeant. You're infantry. No, you're MP. I bet you used to be infantry.
How you doing, sir? How can we help you?
They've offered all kinds of help.
Okay.
I don't need any help.
Okay, so there's a sign right over there that says warning restricted area. There's a sign
Yeah.
right there that says prohibited camera use and everything.
I won't take any cameras past that point.
Past that point.
I promise.
You can't take pictures at this point.
Oh,
It's stating right there.
yes, you can.
Stating right there on the sign.
Maybe the colonel can explain it? No? Okay, I guess the colonel doesn't get involved. No, this is public.
Sure.
This public ground is in the United States.
Absolutely.
It's covered by the United States Constitution. The First Amendment for this kind of thing has been ruled many times by the Supreme Court. As long as I'm in public, if I can see it from public, I can take the pictures from
So
public.
can I ask you what your reason is to take pictures of our main gate?
I'm just doing a story for my personal use. Matters of public interest.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, what can we help you with?
So many people ask me that. I really don't need any help. Unless somebody wants to give me a bacon double cheeseburger. Do you have a defact in there?
Are you recording or?
Yeah, I am. Right now, this isn't recording. This is, and this is. But at the moment, this is not. But I have been recording with this.
And you're recording military installations? Or just this installation?
Right now, this is the only one I can see for now. Right now, as I stand here on this public ground.
When a bunch of cops gathered around the journalist, he saw it as the perfect moment to give them a lesson on the First Amendment. He laid it out for them that anyone could record whatever they catch sight of while they're out and about in public. This meant he was totally within his rights to film the police station, even though he wasn't allowed to step inside. Just being able to see it from the sidewalk was enough. Plus, the cops really shouldn't be fussing over why he was filming in the first place. Whether he was shooting footage for himself or for a newspaper didn't really make a difference. He had the right to film either way. With no more tricks left to pull, the cops decided to play the sympathy card. One of them started saying how cops felt pretty uncomfortable and unsafe when people filmed them or their headquarters because it makes them feel exposed. But you've got to wonder, how can a single guy with a camera make a whole bunch of armed cops at their own station feel threatened? Anyway, one cop got curious about the journalist's name. Wanting to stir the pot even more, the journalist decided to just call himself a good citizen.
I understand.
I can only record what I see from this public ground, including this National Guard Readiness Center.
And may I ask the reason for it, or?
It's just personal use right now. It might develop into a story, I don't know.
Okay. We have an issue with you recording checkpoints, that type of stuff like that.
Oh, you really shouldn't.
You know, no, we really should, because it's for the safety, not only for our service members, but all.
The devices I'm using, this body cam, these goggles cam, and this handheld cam, they're all passive. They receive light. They don't transmit anything. They don't projectile bullets or lasers, or it's just receiving. No one's at any kind of risk.
May I ask your name? Or can I see your ID?
You can refer to me as a good citizen. I don't want to show you my ID.
By the time another cop showed up asking if the journalist needed help, he was totally over it and asked for a cheeseburger instead. At this point, there were like 10 cops around him, and this one guy had them all scratching their heads. They must have felt pretty silly that so many of them couldn't find anything wrong with what he was doing despite trying so hard. And if you thought that was the end of the cop showing up, think again. Another one comes along, and this guy wasn't even in his uniform. He just looked like any regular person in an everyday casual outfit. He got all up in the journalist's personal space, super aggressive, only to then tell the journalist to back off and respect his personal space. The irony, right? Especially since it was the cop who walked up to him in the first place. Plus, there's this rule that armed cops should keep a safe distance, like 6 feet away, from people so no one feels threatened. So why is an off-duty cop getting in his face and starting an argument? Don't these cops have anything better to do with their time?
No, he already offered. I'm good. Unless you want to give me a bacon double cheeseburger? Yeah, I'm definitely not getting a bacon double cheeseburger today.
You're not authorized to film me, all right?
Please keep 6 feet or more. That's about 3 feet. Maybe 6 feet. I'm going to give us 6 feet, and you're going to maintain it, okay? That's about 6 feet. You need to back off.
No, you need to put your camera
I'm
down.
in a public space, and you are violating mine.
Well, you are violating my space, but
No, you approached me. I'm here in public. You approached me.
Don't point
Back
your
the
finger at me because... Say what?
Back the off.
Hey, look. You don't come up here and tell me to do that and you film me.
I'm in public space. I have a right to be in public
space. That's why we talk.
This sidewalk is public space. You approached me while sitting there on public space.
You sitting.
I was sitting.
No,
I saw you guys coming. You're dismissed. Go away.
No, you dismissed. Look, I'm going to tell you, don't keep filming me, all right?
Your image is already on my devices and in the cloud. I can't delete from the cloud from here.
What's your name, sir?
I'm a good citizen.
You're a good citizen. Well, tell me.
You know what the craziest part was? When the journalist asked the cop to explain the constitutional law, the cop had no clue what to say. It's pretty sad considering these same cops swore to protect the constitutional rights of everyone, and now they're acting like those laws don't even exist. In response to the question, the cop tried flipping it, saying it was the journalist who didn't understand the constitutional law or the First Amendment. Then the cop started making threats, saying the journalist would face consequences for not listening to him. But just because the journalist didn't buy into the cop's power trip doesn't mean he wasn't listening. He just didn't want to play along with their show of authority. In my opinion, this is exactly how people should act when they feel bullied by a bunch of cops. No one should have to give up their rights, even if it risks them getting thrown into jail unfairly. It's important to remember actions like these by these cops will eventually catch up to them. If more people stood their ground like this, we'd see fewer cops thinking they're above the law.
What your good citizen name is?
I don't want to identify.
What?
I do not wish to identify.
Well, why won't you put it on that camera?
No.
Call on the county.
Yeah. Hey, when you get a chance, break open a copy of the Constitution. Good stuff's in the first 10 amendments, the first one. You don't know the First Amendment?
No, you don't know.
Sure I do. I can worship any way I want. I can report anything I want. I can express myself any way I want. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the gist of it. Interrupted my counting. You like to dance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people for a camera.
6 people for a non-intelligent individual that don't want to listen.
Which one of the 6 people's that?
That's you.
Oh, well, I heard everything you said. Just because I disagree does not mean I'm not listening.
This cop even parked his car illegally, so it was blocking the roadway, all just to hassle the guy filming. The officer wasn't too smooth about it, claiming the guy was on federal land, which was totally not true since the guy was on the sidewalk the whole time. But the guy filming noticed that the cop's car wasn't parked right, breaking the parking rules, so he made sure to get that on video. Once the cop caught on to what was happening, he realized he was in big trouble, so he told the guy to delete the video, saying it could somehow put people's lives at risk. How that makes sense is anyone's guess. It's one of those things that probably only sounds right to cops. Even though the officer thought he could make the guy erase the footage, he was off base because, well, there's no law that says that. Seeing that he wasn't getting anywhere with the guy, the cop tried to call for backup. Seems like that's the go-to move for the cops. Maybe they're thinking there's strength in numbers, or they just felt more confident when they're backing each other up.
Why are you blocking the road?
Why are you on federal property?
Oh, I thought this was property.
No, see that block right there?
You're on federal property, sir.
You're gonna have to erase everything off that camera.
I gotta do what?
Erase everything off that camera, sir.
Okay. No problem. Let me get off your property first.
First, erase everything off the camera.
Okay. Did you say that right here is a public sidewalk?
Can you erase everything off the camera, please?
Okay. Under what authority do you have to force me to erase this stuff off the camera? I'm not saying I'm not going to.
The reason is operational security, so you're going to endanger the lives of the men and women in the United States military, sir.
How is that? I mean, I don't mind doing what you tell me to do, as long as you have a lawful right to do so.
I do.
I'm sorry, let me put this over here. So, if you have a lawful right to tell me, like there's some law that allows you to force me to erase my camera, then I will.
Central is 1-5. Can you send 1-0 down here as well?
individuals refusing. Is 10 a supervisor?
What are you doing here? You're filming, sir.
I suggest you call supervisor. If you can't tell me the law that allows you to force me to erase, then if you could just call the supervisor. If you could call the supervisor, let me know. And if you guys have a law that allows you to force me to erase this stuff, then I'll do it. It's no problem. I don't think you guys do, but if you do, then so be it. I'll erase it.
One big issue with cops is they sometimes act like they won't face any consequences for messing up. Like this cop, who didn't think twice about leaving his car in the middle of the road just like that. Picture what would go down if a regular person did that. You can bet that the cops would be all over them, probably slapping them with a ticket or even hauling them off to jail. Given that the cop claimed that the video from the guy's phone could endanger lives, he should have understood that he was the one who endangered people's lives because traffic could not function normally because of his car.
Roger, be advised, he was filming from the entrance, just inside our area.
I'm gonna step back a little bit. You guys got guns, and I don't feel comfortable.
Take a picture of you, bro. Hey, give me a favor, boss. Can I get your ID so that way?
That's okay. Thank you. Are you gonna move your car? Because you're making these people turn from that lane right there. It's kind of dangerous. Come on, you can at least park over on the sidewalk and come back out.
No, sir.
No?
I'm waiting on you, sir.
You're waiting on me, so you're going to endanger their lives, forcing them to stop in that lane there.
You are, sir.
So there's a straight lane that they're not allowed to turn right from. They have to stop in front of traffic that's going because you want to leave your car there? What's the reason for leaving your car right there? I mean, honestly.
You, sir.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't agree, but... So is it against the law to do what I'm doing right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any idea what law that is so I can look it? I can bring out my phone and look it up right now.
Federal law. United States Code.
Yeah, I'm aware of federal law.
United States Code, sir.
The United States Code, I'm aware of that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm aware that what I'm doing is legal.
Illegal.
If you can point me or at least give me some kind of direction towards that law.
I'm not gonna give you any direction, sir.
Okay. You probably should, if you're going to come out here telling people they need to erase their cameras and things like that, you probably should be a little more versed on that law. Any law that you decide you're going to enforce on somebody, you probably need to read it, make sure you understand it, and then enforce it. Stay away from those laws that you don't know anything about. Just my advice. He's just asking if he can turn right from that lane because Officer Williams feels the need to continue to block this right-hand lane. Mr. Williams, somebody has an accident here. It's on camera. You know that you're gonna be sued for that, right? I'll insure it. And if there's an accident right here and that car comes and hits me again, you're gonna be liable for it, sir.
Listen. That's negative.
You guys have a nice day.
You've probably heard about the rule that when you're driving and get pulled over, the cops are supposed to talk to the driver and not the passengers, right? Well, it looks like these cops skipped that day in training because they went straight to the passenger side window, even though the driver had his window down and was ready to chat about why they stopped him. But for some reason, they were all focused on the woman sitting next to him, now saying something about the license plate being out of place. Really? Is that a good enough reason to stop someone in the middle of the night and start bothering the passengers? Well, probably not, but it seemed like these cops were just looking for something to do that night. The only thing they got right was giving their names and ID numbers when the driver asked, but that's where their knowledge hit a dead end. They seemed to think that now the driver had to share all his details with them because they shared theirs. Looks like someone forgot the part where cops in uniform are supposed to identify themselves, while citizens had the right to stay anonymous under the law unless they had done something wrong. The driver even told him his name was Michael, but that wasn't enough for them. Now they wanted his last name too.
Open the door. Hello.
Hi, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah.
What's your ID on you, ma'am?
What's the emergency?
What's that?
I said, what's the emergency?
Huh?
Emergency?
Yeah.
No.
You open the door so I can hear you?
No, roll my window down so you can hear me. Hello, how you doing?
Just fine. How are you tonight, sir?
Fine, and you?
Can I get your name real quick, ma'am?
What's the articulable?
What's that?
What's the articulable probable cause?
The articulable probable cause is
Yes,
that
sir.
your license plate isn't properly displayed.
It is, sir.
No, it's
You
not.
can see
You
it.
have to have it mounted horizontally to the vehicle.
You can see it, sir.
I couldn't see it until I was right.
Well, you
behind
hear it. You see it now, sir.
Oh, I'm not going to argue that.
What crime has been committed, sir?
I didn't
What's
say
your
a
badge
crime was
number?
committed.
Can I get your
So
name
what's the
and
emergency?
number, please?
What's that?
What's the emergency?
What crime did I
There is no
commit?
emergency right now. Sir.
Okay, so can we be on our way?
No, you cannot.
I don't have improper registration.
Where are you folks headed to tonight?
Well, there's not a license plate on your vehicle.
The license plate is in
Minding
the
our
window.
business.
Okay.
Okay.
What state is it on?
Alright.
I can't read it.
Yours and her business?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Minding our business, sir. And we'd like to be on our way. What's your badge number? What's your name and badge number, by the way, sir? And his too.
Beatty, 412.
412?
412, sir.
What's your name again?
Beatty.
Beatty.
Yep. What's your name, sir?
Huh?
What's
Mike.
What's that?
Michael.
Michael? Michael,
sir.
you got your ID on you by chance?
What's the articulable probable cause,
I'm
sir?
just asking you if you have it, sir.
That doesn't matter, does it? Does it matter?
I'm asking you.
Does it matter,
Easy
sir?
Question, sir. Do you have your ID on you by chance? Yes or no?
Can I see your ID?
My ID?
Yes.
Right there.
You got any fallible other ID I can see?
Not on me right now, sir. Just this. My name tag is displayed right here.
And the reason, what crime has been committed, sir? Or what crime do you suspect us
You
of
already went over
committing?
that, sir.
Well, I
You said
don't
your
have to
name's
show
Michael.
you.
Michael, what's your last name?
Finally, one of the cops figured they should actually talk to the driver, so he made his way over to the driver's side window. That's when he noticed the man had been holding a harmonica and asked him how long he had been playing. The man took this as a cue to have a bit of fun with him and started playing a tune, even though he had never really played before. This cop turned out to be a little bit nicer than the others and even gave the man props for not being half bad at it. Then the man decided to ask this somewhat reasonable cop why they were stopped in the first place, but it turns out this cop didn't have a clue since he had just shown up after his buddies who made the first stop in the first place and called for backup.
The harmonica?
Yep. You want to blow it?
Do you play it? No, I don't.
I can play a little bit.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How long you been playing for?
Just not. I just started.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Nice. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Where did you come from? Are you a supervisor? Because he wasn't just here.
Yeah, I just showed up.
Yeah. Where from?
Where from?
Yeah, why'd you come?
We're on
Why'd you come?
Beach Daily and
Beach, that's a long ways away from here, guy.
I know. What's that?
Yeah, I said that's a long ways away from here, guy.
It is.
Yeah. What's with the lights?
You what?
What's with the lights?
What's with the lights?
Yeah, what's your name and badge number?
My name's Trooper Blesser, sir.
Trooper, huh?
Yeah, my flashlight is so I can see inside your vehicle.
Yeah, well, I only have a harmonica
Yeah,
in my phone.
right. So that's why I want to make sure that it's only a harmonica, right?
Yeah, you right.
Yep.
So what's with you seen that already?
I'm sorry?
You seen that already?
I did.
Yeah.
I just
What's your
wanna make
badge
sure
number
it's
now?
in your hand. Huh?
What's your badge number?
821.
821 Officer what now?
Trooper Balestri.
What's the articulable probable cause?
I'm sorry?
What is?
Oh, it's not my stop. So
Oh,
I'm sure to
okay.
help out.
Where's the supervisor?
I'm sure it's that plate you have in the back.
But then, under his buddy's pressure, this cop quickly showed his true colors too. He started claiming that the man and his wife were breaking the law because they didn't identify themselves, calling it obstruction of police work. But that's exactly what constitutional laws are there to protect against. Plus, every smart cop knows that obstruction is a secondary charge, meaning you can't get arrested or stopped by police for doing it alone. So all the man really needed was for these cops to explain why they pulled him over in the first place. And they better have a solid reason for it.
Yeah, well, I ain't hip. I'm not hip, sir.
Huh?
I'm not hip.
I can't hear you.
The state is fictitional.
Really hard to hear.
The state is fictitional. They cannot make up laws against people's rights to travel and license them and charge them for these such things.
Right.
Yes, right. Are you willing to go on the record and say that I'm wrong? For
Yes.
facts?
Yes.
Okay. Say your name again.
I already told you my name. Keep repeating it.
And you say that people individuals do not have the right to travel without being licensed.
No, you need a license.
Is that what the Supreme Court says?
I'm sorry?
Is that what the Supreme Court says, sir? Is that what you swore oath to, sir?
That's what the
Is this stop? You swore oath to the Constitution, right, sir?
I did.
Is this stop inconsistent in any way, which and how, with the Constitution? And you know, this is going to be on YouTube, sir. This video is going to be on YouTube.
Good.
And your face is on it.
Static.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Static. Yeah, as far as
As far as you know, as far as you have faith, and as far as you know,
that my partner here made a valid traffic stop, which, as I can see, is that
I can understand that.
Which
I
is
can
probable
understand
cause to
that.
stop you. Yes, sir.
But did we could have made a crime?
So far, it's a civil infraction.
Did we commit a crime? That's all I ask, sir. It's a yes or no question. This is a yes or no
By your
question.
driver, they're not identifying herself.
If only way she has to identify herself is if she's committed a crime. Did she commit a crime?
Yes.
What's the crime? May we have that for the YouTube video? Tell us and all the people around the world what this crime is, so we can all know and be informed.
What?
Tell us, me, her, and all our YouTube viewers what this crime is.
This cop flashed his flashlight all over the man's car, checking for anything sketchy. Do these cops really think it's okay to snoop around someone else's car like that? If that's how it works, they should just stop anyone on the road and poke around their vehicle. The thing is, they need a legit reason to even come up to someone, something that's actually backed up by law. The man even warned this cop that he was filming everything and it would end up on YouTube, hoping to make them act a little bit more professional. These cops, however, were so full of themselves that they didn't care how bad they'd look online. Even though they thought they were just doing their jobs, they were actually making their whole department look pretty bad.
Watch it. I'm just waiting for the yeah. Do I have the right to do that? Don't I have the right to do that? Isn't that good faith, sir? Would you not? Hey, that's good faith to me. I look people in the eyes.
We weren't even talking. It's kind of awkward.
Hey.
I mean, I do, like I said, I've been complimented on my eyes before, so I appreciate it. It's just kind of awkward when we're not making conversation here.
I was just wondering. It's like y'all trying to intimidate us in some type of shape, form, or fashion.
Intimidating you would be sitting there staring at your eyes in your eyes.
You are. If you can see that I'm staring in your eyes, then goddamn, you got to be staring in mine.
No, I was just looking at the interior of
your Hey. Well, I was just looking at the exterior of the vehicle. Yeah, your eyes was in view of this the exterior. You understand?
You can do it all night long. It's kind of awkward, right?
Yeah.
What?
But I got no problem with it. Yeah, no.
You guys light off any fireworks tonight?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
You're not celebrating Memorial Day?
That's the Memorial Day. Is not even the day.
It's not.
I thought it was tomorrow, wasn't it?
What day is tomorrow?
Huh?
What day? When is it then?
The Monday is tomorrow, the 27th. Monday the
Oh, you're
27th.
saying it's not today. I thought you said it's not a day. Like you don't recognize it as a day.
The man wasn't even upset about being pulled over. He would have been cool with showing his ID if there was a legit reason for the stop. The real issue kicked in when a whole bunch of cops couldn't come up with why they had stopped him or what they were hoping to find out, wasting his time. Them not having anything better to do while on the clock is a whole other story. But then when the cops started getting curious about how the man was doing on YouTube, honestly, it seemed like this cop was trying to be a good guy, but his buddies weren't making it easy, and he just got lost in the sea of not so great cop behavior.
Man, it's not an issue of all that, sir. It's an issue of we haven't done anything wrong.
That's not why we're sitting here. I'm just trying to make small talk. If you want, we can sit in silence and stare at each other's eyes again. Your call.
It's our call.
Trying to make small talk.
What you know about Kent versus Doles?
What's that?
Kent versus Doles, U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Well, you go ahead. You need to go look all that stuff up.
Tell me about it. You can inform me. What happened with Kent and Mr. Rose?
Mr. Who?
What?
Who you say, Mr. Who? I don't know about him.
Kent versus Rose?
Doles.
Doles?
Yeah, Doles.
Doles. What happened in that court case?
I don't quite remember. I know it's a Supreme Court ruling, though.
There's a lot of Supreme Court rulings. I guess it'd be important to remember what the rulings were, though, if you're going to sit there and count them up.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll have to look that one up, though, so that way I can be prepared next time to answer someone else's question. What's your YouTube channel name?
I just post videos randomly.
Oh, you don't have a name? You do this often?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, really?
After the cop had a good look inside the man's car with his flashlight and saw nothing sketchy, you'd think he'd turn off the light, right? Nope, this cop kept shining his flashlight right into the man's eyes on purpose. Talk about being a rude cop. But the man caught on pretty quickly that the cop wasn't just being annoying. He was trying to mess with the man's camera to stop him from recording. Too late for that, though. The man had already snapped a few shots of the cop's face, so the damage was done. Cops like this really need to think twice before they act. What do they expect? Obviously, people are going to talk and share their bad experiences with overbearing cops. This man was way ahead of them, knowing full well that anything he said could be twisted and used against him. That's when the cops figured out they weren't getting anywhere with him, so they finally decided to wish him a good night and take off. Honestly, calling it quits was probably the smartest move they had made all night.
It's going to go good. It's going to show that your operation is treason. You know that, don't you, sir?
I'm operating as treason?
You're shining your light in my phone. So basically, that's proving that you're proving that basically you don't want me to film this. And film our encounter.
Camera with my own camera, right?
Yeah, but I don't. What's the purpose of the light? If everything's on camera, what's the purpose of you constantly shining the light?
Times. I am always on my camera.
What's the need for the light?
What?
What's the need for your light then? When you already seen?
My light is again observe your hands.
My hands is cool.
Right, exactly. If I can't see your hands, then your hands aren't cool.
Which way you want me to do? Put my hands so they could be cool, so you can turn the light off. How about like this? If I do like this, now you see my hand.
As long as I can see them, I don't care what you do.
Okay, well, how about the light? In all fairness, if everything is fair.
I need the light to see, sir. I don't know
See what? What are you looking at?
I don't know about you, but I can't see in the dark.
Oh,
Can you?
a little bit.
That's pretty cool. It's like a cat.
Yeah, I just don't bother with people in the dark. I just don't bother. You know, I let people do what they do as long as they're not violating my rights.
Oh.
Whose rights have been violated, sir?
What about the daytime?
Huh?
What about the daytime?
Whose rights have been violated, sir? Like I say, I don't care what nobody does, as long as they don't violate my rights. Whose rights have been violated, sir? Where's the injured party?
Injured?
Yeah, right. Where's the injured party?
Mike,
That's the only Boyles.
You need me to call you an ambulance? Are you okay?
I'm cold. I'm just ready to go.
Can we give you a piece of documentary?
Yes.
Give him that card out there, dog.
Carter ID?
Yeah, right here. We had to ask you before we get. Yeah, you don't want to touch that, huh? Hey, well, I'm gonna read this to my YouTube viewers.
Go ahead, read it.
I'm gonna read it to you. This is a statement for the police. My rights, silence, include providing any documents or information that may incriminate me or be used against me. 2, I require counsel presence before answering any questions. I do not consent to any searches. Saying no does not mean that I have anything to hide, you know?
A lot of cops think they're untouchable and act like they can do anything they want. It seems like they're always looking for more power, and they often pick on people they think can't fight back, like this homeless guy. Some cops showed up out of the blue to take down this guy's tent, not even giving him a chance to pack up and find another spot. Maybe they thought getting rid of him would make them feel more powerful, which is really sad. This man wasn't breaking any laws, but these cops treated him like he was. One of the cops started tossing his stuff around, trying to hurry him up. A female cop even grabbed his hand. Do you think these cops think that just because someone is homeless, they can't be sued for battery? Despite being homeless, the guy knew there wasn't any law against camping, even though the cops were adamant there was. One cop even claimed he was enforcing a law against living in tents. You don't have to be a genius to realize how silly that sounds. What if a tent is all someone can afford? Or what if someone just prefers living in a tent? How could any law justify changing that? But these cops didn't have any patience. They went ahead and tried to tear down the tent, even though the guy asked them not to touch it, so he could gather his belongings, which were his entire world. Let's hope all those cops, and there were quite a few of them, ended up losing their jobs.
I've not even finished packing my stuff up. Homeless guy living in a bit of common land in the woods, and you're just taking my tent down before I'm even ready to move my stuff. The reason I haven't moved it over the last couple of days or finished it is because of the weather. Leave it! It's a stick, my friend. I call him a storm peg because I'm out in storms in all weather.
Should we start working together? Come on, let's
No,
give it up.
what are they doing? This is not lawful. How are they taking it? What law have I broken?
You've given a notice, haven't you?
Camping isn't against the law.
It is on Southampton City Council land.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's no law against camping.
This is
police, please.
Mate, talk to me. I'm the one from Southampton City Council.
You don't know the law.
I'm the one dealing with this. Southampton City Council land bans people living in tents. Okay,
You've got no rights to ban anybody living in a tent.
I'm not going to argue with you. You were given a 24-hour notice for acting within council policy and procedure. The tent's coming down. All right.
What policy and procedure? What have I gone against?
You can look it up if you want.
What? Look what up?
I'm not arguing with you. The tent's coming down.
Look up what?
Can we carry on taking it down, please?
Leave it. Leave my tent alone. Leave my tent alone. I've got stuff inside it. I've got stuff inside my tent. I need to get it out. Get off my tent.
Don't come near me.
Don't touch me. Look, he's assaulting me. Leave my tent. No. Leave my tent.
Right from the get-go, these cops could tell they were dealing with a different kind of citizen. As they started walking up to him, the man let them know he didn't want them too close and expected them to talk to him with respect. After all, he pointed out they were supposed to be public servants, there to serve the public. But trying to justify why they were coming at him so aggressively, one of the cops said that a couple of people had complained at the station about someone filming them by the entrance, and they were just there to tell him he shouldn't do that. But why though? If these two didn't want to be caught on camera, maybe they shouldn't go out in public. And if someone doesn't like being filmed in public, that's not this guy's problem, nor should he have to stop exercising his rights because of it. To top it off, the cop claimed the entrance to the police station was private property. Now who's going to break it to him?
Just doing a little documentary, that's all. I've already explained it to them two ladies that were there. You just not want to surround me, please. Don't go too close to me. I don't like it. You won't be surrounding me. Yeah, you won't be surrounding me, though. You won't all walk around me. You're not trying to intimidate me. I've just seen what you just done. Listen, don't speak to me like that. I'm a member of the public, so don't speak to me with respect next time you talk to me.
We've been told by CID officers that you filmed 2 victims that are coming in and out of the station that you're not allowed to do. You can't know who they are, their profiles, you can't know what vehicles they're at. It's caused them alarm and distress, it's a crime. This is private property, you're not allowed to film.
This is not public, this is not private property at all, it's owned by the public.
No, it's not.
Who's it owned by then?
Police, it's private property.
So what?
So I need to stop recording. I need to delete the videos of those videos.
I'm not going to stop recording, and I'm not going to delete the videos. You won't walk around me. You won't intimidate me. I've not committed no crime.
You have.
Tell me what crime I've committed.
Alarm and distress.
Who have called alarm and distress?
That's what we've just been told.
Have you had a complaint from them? Have you had a complaint from them? Have you had a complaint from them? They've walked off.
They complained to the CID officers who complained to us.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
I've got it all on video.
We've just been told it, mate. So I don't know.
So you've just been told it. We've been told wrong information then.
No, we're not.
I'm telling you, you have.
No, we're not.
I've got it all on video.
You have to delete the images that you've done as per our instructions, or we'll have to arrest you before and do it ourselves.
And what are you going to arrest me under?
Causing alarm and distress
To
the victims. It's a public order offence.
So, and has that already been logged? That crime, has it?
Well, no, we've opened a log for you now.
You haven't opened a log at all. There's no one created a crime.
Log now. We just created one.
You've what yourself?
Yeah. You just done it on the radio.
Right. And where's the statement from the people that have been offended by it?
No obligation from our side.
Listen, I can film anything from a public place.
It's not a public place.
This is not a public, so I'm not on public property. So who owns it then?
Pretty much the police.
Right. Well, I'm telling you now, I'm not deleting the footage.
You have the right to go into a police station. That's what he's saying. It's a public place. You can't go in.
I can't go in.
It's part of the property. You can't film people coming in and out. For one, we have covert vehicles coming in and out of the station, so you're not allowed to film them.
So if I was stood at the end of there, can I film them?
This is all the property here. And if you were filming covert vehicles, and you
I can film anything from a public place.
We're having the same conversation.
I can film anything from a public place, so I'm not going to delete the videos.
I'm telling you that you're not allowed to film certain things.
You can tell me what you like. I know what I'm talking about. I can film anything from a public place. Photography is not a crime.
You're not in a public place.
Prove to me I'm not in a public place.
I'm telling you, it's Greater Manchester Police property, and you're not allowed to.
Right, so this isn't owned by the public, no?
No, it's Greater Manchester Police.
Right, is it public accessible?
The same as that you can't walk in.
Is it public accessible?
No, it's not. It's got security doors everywhere. You can't access.
It's got security doors. I can walk right into the foyer at the front.
You can't go in the building.
Right.
So you can go to the reception.
Right, so I can go anywhere where it's public property. This is public.
It's private property, and you can't film, and you have to delete that footage.
I'm not doing it.
So you're not going to do that?
No.
How can someone even say that a police station, which the public can walk right into, is somehow private property? That just doesn't add up. The situation got even more heated when the cops said he had the power to arrest the man for causing a disturbance. When are cops going to just get it through their heads that taking photos isn't a crime? But their pride was too big to just say sorry and move on. Instead, 3 more cops showed up, surrounding the man, and they all demanded he erase his video. These cops weren't supposed to come and hassle the man over something that's totally illegal. Their real job was to let the folks who complained understand that, as much as it might bug them, people are free to film whatever they want in public spaces, including them. But it looks like these officers decided to take the route where they thought they could puff up their chests a little bit more.
3 officers all try to intimidate me, telling me I have to delete the footage. I will delete the footage. No, you're telling me I have to delete it, and I will delete it. I will not delete the footage. Because I don't have to. I can film anything from a public place.
Listen to me. Listen. It's like a normal conversation, right? You've got victims leaving the police station, yeah?
Right.
Recorded in your thing. That is causing them alarm and distress. That's a crime in itself.
It hasn't caused them alarm and distress at all.
You're not allowed to record victims.
What time is it now?
What time is it?
13:19 on your phone, right? And this is recording as well, so this has got the information as well. So now you're trying to tell me that someone's rang up within a space of 3 minutes, and you told me.
You're using words that I'm not using.
You told me someone. You've just told me someone's committed. You've committed a crime. Someone feels harassed, alarmed, and distressed by my actions. I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you.
I don't get it. Why are you doing that? I don't get it. We're having a normal conversation here, mate.
Right, you're not, because you're trying to incriminate me. You're telling me that somebody has rang up and told you they feel harassed, alarmed and distressed over my actions.
Someone rang us.
So who's done the log then, yourself?
Yeah.
Right, do you know that they feel harassed, alarmed and distressed from what I've done?
It's a public order, mate.
A public order? So what are you telling me? I've committed a public order offence?
You argue
yeah.
with us, so we're trying to explain because you seem to know everything.
So you're telling me I've committed a public order offence?
What we're trying to tell you is that you're recording a private vehicle coming out, in and out of the station, which is a security risk to us.
I can film anything from a public place, whether it's a police car, the personal car.
You're interrupting me. I'm not interrupting you, so listen to me, please.
Go on and I'll listen to you.
I have explained to you, so my other 2 colleagues, why they're here. It's the only reason why you are being difficult with us. And that's
right.
The whole issue there. We don't want you to record private vehicles, police vehicles and stuff like that.
What you might not want me to do, right, is too different to me breaking the law. I've not broke no criminal offence. I can film anything from a public place. This is a public place, so I've got a right to film.
You can film anything, yes, I agree, okay, but what we're asking you is not to record a police.
You can ask me, and I'm kindly refusing.
Okay, so because you're refusing, we are going off that you're on a private land.
You're going to go off you're on private land. So you're not actually sure whether this is private or public. So this is private property.
This is a property belonging to Greater Manchester Police.
It's property of Greater Manchester. You've been told by 3 different officers, 4 now.
Right.
This is different. This is owned by Greater Manchester.
Right, where I'm stood, guys, is all accessible by the public. Yeah. There's gates there, which turns into private property. As you can see, put in that direction there's no gates going across there whatsoever.
One cop tried to sound clever by comparing filming at a police station to filming in Tesco, which is a private business. But police stations and private businesses are two totally different things. Plus, police stations are funded by the public's taxes, unlike private businesses. Does this cop need a refresher on why you can't compare apples to oranges? Yet, he went off on a tangent, saying he also pays taxes for the police station, which totally missed the point. He was just trying to make the cops seem right by saying stuff that didn't even make sense. And the man wasn't even inside the police station, he was out front. Even if he was inside the lobby, he'd still have the right to film. Cops need to realize that they don't have control over citizens like that and should respect what people are doing. If cops show respect to citizens, they'll get their respect back. It's as simple as that. But it seems like these cops would rather have respect that's forced out of people.
However, there's a public foyer just over the gentleman's shoulder in the back over the background.
If you go to a Tesco shop, you've got a public car park, yeah?
Is a Tesco owned by public?
No, answer the
right.
question then.
So I'm telling you, the Tesco, you got nothing. Tesco and a police station are two totally different things, mate.
It's a private property, yeah?
Because it's owned by a private company, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So is Greater Manchester Police owned by you? Who owns Greater Manchester Police then? Who?
Greater Manchester Police.
Greater Manchester Police own Greater Manchester Police?
Body.
It's a government body,
yeah.
Right. So it's a public building, yeah. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right. So this is public land, this is public property.
It is public property,
we pay for that building just like we pay for your wages. And yeah, you are paying it for yourself, yeah? Or good fair play to you. I'm not going to argue with that, you pay your taxes, so yeah, you pay your own wages. So do I. I pay your wages as well, just like everybody else.
Perfect, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your problem, mate? It's totally different to Tesco.
We've already told you we're going in circles.
Right, and I've told you, I'm not deleting the footage, I've done absolutely nothing wrong. I'm in a public place, filming public vehicles, filming from a public place.
What we can do, then.
You go and discuss whatever you want to try and incriminate on me, you go and do that.
What's your documentary anyway?
Public interest. I'm not going to tell you now, you're telling me I'm doing stuff wrong, you've come out with the wrong approach, you're telling me I need to delete the footage.
I was here normally, and you started giving me aggro for no reason.
Who give you aggro? This chap over there, the guy with the blue mask on, came out with attitude.
I'm not talking about me and you.
Right.
I was talking to you first, was I not?
No, he spoke to me first. It's all on video.
It is on video.
Yeah, and the guy in the blue mask came over talking to me first.
You need to relax yourself.
I'm relaxed, I'm calm as anything. It's just the way I talk.
It's not.
It's not the way I talk. So do you know me, my personal? Do you know me personally then? You're telling me this is not the way I talk.
I don't know who you are.
Right, it doesn't matter who I am.
Your potential video call.
What's your name? What's your number?
1746.
And what's your name, please?
PC McGee.
PC McGee. 14 what?
You got my call number there, mate.
Say it again, sorry.
You got it there, you can see.
17446.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself, please? It's okay. It's okay, I'll do it for you.
You've come here quite a bit.
What's your badge number, please?
17081.
17081, and what's your name?
Alright, I'll ask you if you can show me the footage, and if they're not in it, then we'll just let it be.
And what's your name? He's not talking to me now, so I'm not going to talk to him. If you're rude to me, I'll be rude to him back, so... Yeah, it's alright. Don't worry, I don't want to talk to you. You're not going to treat me with respect, I won't treat you with respect.
The only issue is, mate, is that apparently 2 people have been filmed that aren't allowed to be filmed today. So if you can show us a foot.
The whole conversation turned pointless when the cops realized they couldn't outsmart this one man. Their accusations started to sound even more ridiculous. Like, there was this moment when a cop tried to tell the man he was responding to a complaint about someone committing a crime, but then he couldn't even explain what the crime was and what it had to do with him. They were super curious about why the guy chose to be in front of the police station that day. The simple truth? Because he has the freedom to do so. But then the threats started rolling in, saying the guy could be arrested for not deleting his video. It's kind of funny how quickly the cops resort to trying to flex their muscles when talking doesn't get them what they want. Too bad for them, the guy was too smart to get caught up in their games.
We're happy that they're not on there. We'll let you be.
No, I'm not showing you the footage. I'm in a public place and I can film anything from a public place.
Listen, mate, you can either help.
Listen, I'm not your mate. Don't talk to me as mate. You call me as sir from now on.
I know you come here quite a bit.
I don't come here quite a bit. So how do you know that? How do you? No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Someone matching your description.
I've never filmed here before.
So why have you come here today?
It's got nothing to do with you now. You don't treat me with respect, I won't treat you with respect. You told me I broke a criminal offence. Tell me what? You told me it's public order, now you're changing it. Now you're telling me I've done nothing wrong.
You're not going to show us the footage?
No.
Right, well you are going to get arrested. I'm just going to find out what the best thing to arrest you for, the most applicable.
So you're telling me I'm going to get arrested?
And then we're going to seize your phone. If you don't
you're going to seize my phone? Right, okay.
Right.
Good luck to you. So now they're going to arrest me now for a public order offence because I won't show them the footage. You ready for this, guys? It's going to be a wrongful arrest. I broke no criminal offence, broken no laws, not done anything, nothing wrong whatsoever. It's all on video.
The person you filmed today is a victim of crime, mate. That's the only reason why we're here. It's not a cop or anyone, it's a victim of crime. That's why we need to make sure people don't film them. It's a vulnerable.
I filmed everything what I can see with my own eyes from a public place, just like anybody else.
So we need to make sure you don't film this victim today. That's the only reason we're here.
Right.
If you can prove that you've not done that, we'll let it be.
I don't need to prove anything to you. I've not committed no crime. I've not. What crime have I committed?
You said that you filmed this person's CID. You said you're going to put it on YouTube, which is a public forum that everyone can watch.
They came out.
So this person's identity can't be put out there for the world to see. Who's been in this station today? That's why we're here. So if you can prove that
I'm not going to answer your questions now.
You can prove that's not happening,
you're just trying to incriminate me. So
no. I'm asking if you show us the footage and it's not got the people in it, we'll let you go. That's not too much to ask, is it?
No, I'm not. I don't have to show you nothing. No, you're not. You're trying to force me into doing it.
I'll touch your phone. If you could show me the screen.
No, you don't have to touch my phone. You're trying to force me with your words into showing you footage that I'm allowed to film. You're not. You came out aggressive first. You're telling me I broke the law and I'm going to get arrested.
For 1 second. We need to make sure that you've not filmed a victim who's vulnerable today. That's the only thing we need to prove.
Right.
Too much to ask.
I don't need to show it you.
I'm asking you.
And I'm telling you, I'm refusing to give it you.
You're refusing.
I'm refusing. I'm politely refusing. I'm not being aggressive.
The next thing you know, a woman confronted the man about filming. She went on and on about all the reasons why the man should delete the footage, but as you can imagine, the man didn't back down. In the end, he asked the cops if he was being detained. He kept asking them that for quite some time. They all kept quiet until eventually one of them told the man that he was being arrested.
Can I just answer this? You know when I was stood at that gate with 2 people?
Yeah.
Do you know if we were captured on your phone?
I can't answer that question until I play it back.
Right. And what I'm asking is for you to kindly play it back and check. The reason I'm asking is those 2 people are police, they're members of the public. One of them is a victim of crime.
They are police, they are members of the public. They're either police or the members of the public.
They aren't, I'm police, they aren't, okay. Due to the nature of the crime, they are entitled legally to anonymity for the rest of their life. So they cannot go on the internet, they just can't. That's why we then have a power to seize your phone.
So, can I just ask you one question? They walked out of there, where I'm pointing now, okay? And anybody with a dash cam could have drove past and pictured them.
The dash cam's not pointing onto the car park, is it?
They can film them coming out of the police station just the same as I have. So it makes no difference whether I've filmed it or somebody in a dash cam have filmed it. So I'm sorry, you've got no right to privacy. You've got no right to privacy. You've got no right to privacy in public.
They're not in public. They were on.
I can film anything from a public place.
We're trying to make.
I'm going to stop talking to you because all you're going to try and do is incriminate me. So, yeah, you are. They come out telling me I broke this law, I've done this, I've done that. Give me your name, delete this footage. I will make you delete it. I've got it all on video.
And that's fine. So you can delete the bit we're asking you to delete because those people cannot go on the internet on your YouTube documentary. That's all we're asking, which I think is really reasonable.
Right, and I'm refusing. I've not done anything wrong. I don't know whether they have captured them on here or not. And I'm not going to stop the footage now when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police officers around me. I'm refusing to do anything. No, I'm not. I'm afraid. No. Right. Well, I've not done anything wrong, so I'm refusing. I'm not going to answer any more of your questions.